welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna. For those of you who are new here, hi, welcome to my channel. If you're into beauty or fashion related content, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me for you to stick around here on my channel. Today we're doing a 3 looks 1 palette using the Juvia's Place Wahala 2 palette. I do have my initial first impressions on my channel already where I do 2 looks. So this is technically like my 5th look I've done today with this palette. So I feel like I've got a pretty good handle and review and final thoughts on this palette for you guys at the end of this video. I'll show you a quick glance of what the inside looks like. I believe this is limited edition. You can get it on Ulta, but I will leave the link down below. Definitely for someone who likes color, especially blues and teals and pressed glitters, because there's a lot of them. But there's also some really pretty duochromes in here. Again, I will post a link to my first impressions, but other than that, let's go ahead and get into the first look. The first look, this one is definitely more purples, blue, a little bit more out there. If you're interested in seeing how I got this look, just keep watching. Starting off with the e.l.f. Eye Putty Primer. I use this all the time. It's a very tacky base. So if you're not into that, you might not like this. We are first going to go into Yab, which is this shade right here. It's kind of like a pinky mauve color. Into Wicked right here. Add a little bit of Dream. Amiibo, this purple right here. This is wet, by the way. On Atlanta. The shimmers and duochromes 100% are the star of the shows in this palette. This is like a perfect duochrome purple, and it did not take a lot of work. It was so easy. And take some of that under the eye as well. I think we're going to take some of the purple glitter for the first time ever, called Colo, on my finger. And I think we're going to try and just kind of dab it out from the purple, like over the V area, and kind of go in that direction. Just go like up and out. I feel like this glitter is perfect for like this type of thing too, because it's not too chunky. It's just very, very thin. Go ahead and do the other eye. Finish off this look for the inner corner. I didn't really want to use just a plain silver. I absolutely love using a duochrome type of shimmer, and I decided to use this highlighter from Kimchi Cosmetics. It is called Pearls Gone Wild, and it is like an iridescent highlighter because I'm getting ready to review it, which is why I don't have any highlighter on. So I figured since I'm going to review it, I would add it, but it's a very transformative color. It's kind of something I wish this palette did have for those who are like me, who loves duochrome and kind of just very shimmery beautifulness. I feel like that's what this palette was made for. People who love glitter and duochromes and really out there kind of looks, a little bit more magical. And so I feel like if they included a kind of lighter duochrome for the inner corner, it really would have, I don't know, it would have made my heart even happier. I think it just looks really cool, and you have so many different dimensions going on with this look. So is the second look. This one's definitely more orange and teal slash turquoise and very glittery again. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. It's a windy, cold day. Starting off with the e.l.f. Eye Putty Primer, of course. Seeing that we have yet to use the oranges at all in this palette, I think we're going to do a more orangey toned look. We're going to start off by going into Lit, which is just this matte light peach color. Going into the orange called Wasted. This is just like a regular matte medium orange color. Like I said, it seems like it's gonna be really pigmented. I don't know, it's almost like a neon-y orange. It's very bright. Take Venom and put that on the inner corner of the eye. It is this pretty blue, like metallic shimmer, but it is lighter, so I feel like it can be a little bit more inner corner, just because it does have some brightness to it. Usually I don't really like putting actual colors on my inner corner, but again, since this one has some brightness to it, I feel like you can get away with it a little bit more. We're gonna kind of bring that into the inner third a little bit as well. I think blues and oranges look kind of cool together, honestly. So I honestly thought I was gonna stick more to oranges, but I think since we started going into the more teal type of shades, I think we're just gonna run with it and keep going. Okay, I think we're actually gonna go into Hater because we've already started going so teal-esque, and it is pretty similar to the shade we put on the inner corner called Venom, but this one does have more of, I feel, a background base to it, but it is very pretty. I feel like we could not get away with putting Hater. I know they look on the inner corner, I know they look really similar on the eyes, but I think Hater would honestly, like, has too much background pigment. Again, I know it's hard to really tell the difference, but there is one. It might be a little bit slight, but it's there. And lastly, we're gonna go into Goals, this glitter. I haven't used it yet. I have swatched it. This one is a bit chunkier. I didn't pick up on my finger that time. That's weird. This one didn't feel as emollient as the other ones. And I think we're gonna pop it right here. Slowly kind of let it fade out. That's my favorite way to apply like pressed glitters, is to make it very dense in one area and then just take whatever is left over and kind of get itself out lightly. Lastly, for the inner corner, I think to try and help brighten it up a little bit more, I'm gonna take Fame. This one does have a little bit of like a gold reflect in it, but I'm just hoping that it kind of brightens up that turquoise even more. I just really love a bright inner corner highlight, which I feel like, yeah, so that definitely did help brighten it up. I just want to keep that to the actual inner corner part. I really wanted to use the highlighter that I used the other day for the inner corner, and I was like, I can't keep using it. I mean, I could, but I feel guilty. I feel guilty about it, so we'll stick to this. All right, I'm gonna put eyeliner on. Here is the final look. A little tip, if you get out of hand with your glitter, you can actually shape it with a spoolie once it's dry. So I went like a little bit above my crease with it, so I went back and kind of brushed it off. Or if like you get too much and it's not like spread out like this, you can actually like take some off with a spoolie once it's dry. So that's a nice little tip to have. I didn't really expect it to turn out like so tropical-esque, but here we are. Here is the final look, look number 3. In this look we did use that multi-chrome, so if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. I know this is totally gonna shock you. Same primer, As I stated in like my first review of this palette, I really wanted to try out the multi-chrome on a more neutral type of eye look where it kind of was all over the lid and not against like a bright other color. So I think we're gonna go in with Yab first, which is this mauve tone color right there. Nothing crazy, just again to give it like a crease. Kind of starting off like our first tutorial. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go into Fake, which is the beautiful multi-chrome. If you didn't watch my review, there is a multi-chrome. It shifts from pink to green. You'll be able to see her in all her glory today. I am using my finger to apply it first. So one of my favorite techniques now is to first apply with my finger and then take it on a brush to kind of help shape it. With more slippery formulas, I do feel like you do get your best bang for your buck using your finger first and then again going in with something else. So I have some on a brush now. Now we're gonna kind of just shape it. I feel like multi-chromes are always like so much prettier when it's mainly just the multi-chrome. Once you start adding other colors, you kind of lose the effect of when you shift your head angle. You kind of lose that effect. So I just really want to keep this simple. Focus it on this beautiful multi-chrome. Take some under the eye also. We are gonna go into ASAP, this dark brown color. I'm gonna take some of that under the eye also. For the inner corner, we're just gonna use this white called Shakara. For funsies, we're going to take some Colo, which is this purple glitter. For do my eyeliner and apply the rest of my makeup. Here is the finished look. Duochrome is really amazing. It's a lot more smoky than I ever expected it to look on the eye, so just keep that in mind. It's not going to be like a very vibrant green to pink, which is what I kind of thought and hoped for. It definitely has a lot of like gray dark background base to it. Here is the finished look. I would say that if you wanted that brown we used on the outer corner to really show up, you would have to apply it before you put down the multi-chrome, or really keep them kind of split apart, because it did kind of just blend away into the multi-chrome, like you could see it, but all it really did was deepen the multi-chrome because the multi-chrome is so intense. I feel like after having done the 3 looks 1 palette, it definitely backed my original opinion where I didn't feel like this was someone who only really liked neutral colors, which I think is pretty obvious just by looking at it. But it's not even just because of how colorful it is, because there's been times that I've justified to you guys where a colorful palette could be used for neutral everydays too, and that it'd be a good introduction to using color. But this is definitely for people who enjoy using color already and enjoy using different textures like multi-chromes, pressed glitters, and shimmers. I will post my original first impressions down below. I also did 2 different looks in that video, so if you're interested, go check it out. I do really like this palette. I still, again, wish that there were more lighter shades other than these silvers and grays. I wish they had mixed that up a little bit more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite look was down below. I think my favorite look was the very first one I initially did. The blues and the duochrome purples in here, duochrome blues, are just They're honestly just top notch, and I would hope so based off of how many blues and purples are in this palette. So thankfully they are very good. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.